this, but I'm wearing my Colts shirt because apparently Frank Reich is so pathetic as a play caller that all the national media and bloggers across the country feel the need to defend not rushing the AFC's Player of the Month 26 plays in a row. But everybody's defending Frank Reich, so I stand with Frank. I stand with Frank. Are you kidding me? Frank Reich, that every national media guy says, oh my God, Frank did right. It's exhausted me, the stupidity. But not this show, baby. This show is rocking and rolling and shucking and jiving. All right, here we go. About last night, it was a good night, a great night in college basketball. A game that maybe none of you watched, and I'll give it to you. A game none of you watched. 4 overtimes, North Carolina State, Nebraska. The worst basketball game that was good. Can I say that right? It was good because nobody could score, even though they got to 100. It was so bad. The Todd father and I, Todd Frazier, were texting back and forth saying, my God, is this horse bleep? I mean, this was horrible. It's like my head. It's horrible. I've told you about Michigan. Michigan stinks. Michigan's got a bad collection. They got their ass beat by North Carolina last night. They did. I mean, look, let's be honest. Everybody has a good year taking over for a really good coach. You take over for Bob Knight. A couple years later, Mike Davis is in the NCAA Final Four. Juwan Howard takes over for Beeline. Everything's rocking and rolling, man. But all of a sudden, when it's left to you, how does it go? Juwan Howard has a guy, number 12, that's killing him, and he doesn't know it. Just telling you, he doesn't know it. Killed him when he got him. Absolutely destroyed him. I don't know his name. Jones, I think. He transferred from like some SoCon school where he was a leading scorer in the league, and he's absolutely killing him. And not one fan will understand it, but I'm just telling you, that's the way it is. But what a night. Michigan State, Sparty, 73-64 against Louisville. And the fact of the matter is, Louisville is just okay. First game, their coach is back. Their coach did as bad a thing as you can do. I like Chris Mack, but my God, he ratted out his own best friend. And that's what coaches do. I mean, look, I told you this before. They wear their little ties. They talk about honor. Is there anything less military than the NFL? No, please. But the NFL wraps itself around the military, and away we go. It was a good night. It was a great night. The Big Ten ACC Challenge, I guess the Big Ten won because Wisconsin beat Georgia Tech by 2. I really don't care who wins. You want the Bob Knight philosophy? For those of you that don't know who Bob Knight is, Bob Knight philosophy of the world is this. I don't give a damn what everybody else in our league does. I don't care. I just want to win our game. That's a philosophy I can get down with. True story. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the hoops last night. I got some PSAs to get to here. Have you seen this stupidity? Have you seen the stupidity of Arizona State students? Arizona State students are protesting the fact that Adam Rittenberg, or whatever the hell his name is, Rittenhouse, is, quote, on campus and needs to leave campus. Well, number one, he's not on campus. He was taking classes online. And number two, that Adam Rittenhouse killed people of color. They're chanting, these idiot students. I mean, let's be honest. The louder the student, the dumber the student. And I know they're just kids. Shut up. They're not just kids. They're trying to ruin people's life. That makes them adults. The dumbest people I saw yesterday, other than bloggers defending Frank Reich and 26 plays not running Jonathan Taylor, were Arizona State students. Look it up. I mean, just, we don't want him here. Well, he's not there. He's online. Shut up. You know, whatever happened to innocent until proven guilty? You know what I mean? And these people that are yelling about him killing African Americans and brown people, their words, not mine. I don't know if they noticed, but he killed 3 white dudes. Now, I didn't get into the trial, whether the trial was right or wrong. I'm just telling you, at some point in this country, we've got to stand the hell up to people that have a platform and are just lying. And I don't blame the people that showed up at this dumbass rally and started yelling, "Let's go, Brandon." Of course you should. You should always stand up to lies and deceit. All you got to do is Google it and have half of a brain and not be so extreme one way or the other. And if you do that, you will join me in saying, God, are students idiots. My God, the louder the student, the bigger the idiot. That's a fact going back to at least when I was in college. Honest to God, I would sit there. I was very shy, still am. But I would sit there and listen to some loud dumbass and be like, man, loud and dumbass goes hand in hand. And as soon as I saw that rally, I wanted to puke. Not because of what they said had any merit, just because of how stupid we've gotten in this country, how ignorant our young people are, how brainwashed our young people are, how hard they're trying to be idiots, how closed-minded they are. And you see it every day. I mean, let's be honest. You see it every freaking day on every campus. You know, everybody's got the answers, and these people couldn't wipe their ass with their left hand if they were right-handed. It's incredible, really. But everybody that's 18 to 23 got all the answers. And if whatever answers they have, they're the wrong answers. Because there is no fact based in what folks do now. And that's why I have a show. And frankly, that's why Outkick is growing like hell. That's why Clay Travis is all of a sudden the next Rush Limbaugh. Because people in this country are dying for the truth. People in this country are dying for someone to stand up for idiots. Doesn't mean you're liberal or conservative, black, white. It don't matter. People are starting to flip the switch. I actually sent Jimmy Patero and Norby Williamson an email a long time ago saying, hey, if ever you want to get back to what real people are doing, give me a call and we can negotiate me coming back to ESPN, because this woke crap is just stupid and nobody perpetuates it more than our colleges. And when I saw that last night, I thought to myself, my God, how dumb is this? I just got an alert. DraftKings just reached a 52-week low. DraftKings stock, buy it. I'm buying more today, matter of fact. It's at 31, I think. Buy the hell out of it. That's just a public service announcement. I'm not sponsored by DraftKings or anything like that, but on my phone, it just came up. I'm buying the living hell out of it. And then when it gets to 60, I'll probably get out double my money, but I'm going to do it today. Why not? Let's make some money around here. I got the bald head like Bezos. Let's start climbing the ladder. Let's start getting to where our voice matters. Let's start getting to those oligarchy parties. Let's start getting invited, right? Bill Gates wants to put a chip in all of us. Somebody needs to make enough money. Somebody needs to make enough money. Hey, by the way, go ahead and get yourself some more FanDuel, too. FanDuel ain't going nowhere. Honest to God. So there you go. I mean, please, 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 please do yourself a favor and watch these idiots at Arizona State. Actually, don't. Have a better day than watching fools. Man, oh, man. Marcus Freeman is going to be the head coach at Notre Dame. Now, on the surface, somebody would say Marcus Freeman has only been there 1 year. I mean, let's go out and get Luke Fickell. Well, I go it this way. I look at it and say, would I play for this coach? I said this yesterday. I'll say it today. I'll ask Bobby Carpenter, not Billy Carpenter. What's wrong with you? Billy Carpenter's a good friend I used to play slow pitch softball with. I'll ask Bobby about it. But the truth of the matter is, Marcus Freeman, and I've just seen him from the sideline, that's a guy I could play for. Now, 90% of these college basketball coaches that you see are these NFL guys. I wouldn't play. I wouldn't even walk around. Like when Bob Knight and Gene Katie came to my house, it was like, man, these are dudes. These are dudes I could play for. When Norm Sloan came to my house, legendary North Carolina coach came to my house, North Carolina State, excuse me. He was at Florida at the time. I'm like, this dude's a salesman. He was fun to talk to, but man, was he full of crap, and I liked him. but I couldn't go play for him. You got to play for dudes. You got to play for real dudes. Marcus Freeman looks like a real dude. Marcus Freeman looks like the kind of guy that players want to play for, which is, by the way, the whole idea of players want to play for is idiotic. When the hell did that start? Well, I don't want to play for this coach. He beat to me. Shut up. I remember one time about 10 years ago, Tom Crean asked me to speak to the Indiana basketball team, and I think he got pissed because I pointed at all those banners up there that I was part of about 8 of them. And I said, look, not one of those guys on one of those teams gave 2 shits about playing for Bob Knight. He was our coach. We played because we wanted to play and we had pride. Marcus Freeman looks like a guy that could get players to play and have some pride. Marcus Freeman looks like a guy that can recruit. And let's be honest. I mean, if we're going to really be honest, the movement to African-American coaches is fine. It's great. And he looks like not only the best African-American coach, but he and Luke Fickell look like the 2 best coaches you could get. And it might be the reason that Cincinnati's undefeated. I know the guy this year left, Freeman, but damn, he helped build it. So good for Notre Dame. Now, you Notre Dame alumni, don't Tyrone Willingham him. Don't bitch every single move he makes. Don't lay the groundwork to get his ass out of there like you did with Tyrone Willingham. Don't be doing that. Have some sack. World's changed. That was awful what everybody did to Tyrone Willingham. Horrible. Should be ashamed of yourself, my opinion. But that goes back years. Major League Baseball is in a lockout. Anybody care? Like, does anybody care? Like, can you more destroy your own sport than Major League Baseball? Every guy that talks about it on TV talks about analytics. You know what happens when people start talking about analytics that actually pay money to go to games? Not 20-year-old millennials living off the Biden freaking economy where we give you money, but you can't buy Christmas presents. You know what we do when we hear analytics? When's football season? That's what we do. And every slap on television wants to tell you about war, spin rate, blah, blah. And you know what we do? That's it. Major League Baseball, honest to God, good for you. Have a lockout. You know why it's good for them? Because at least they're in the news. At least there's something interesting. You can talk about players having fun and throwing bats. That ain't bringing fans back. Stop with the 4-hour games. Stop with all the strikeouts. Steal a base. Take the extra base. Hit behind a runner. Stop with every player has to face the best guy in this situation. That guy Snedeker, I talked about him yesterday. Yeah, he's an analytics guy, but he goes by his gut. Man, oh man. At least Major League Baseball's in the news. At least they are in the news. And being in the news for Major League Baseball is probably a really, really good thing, truthfully. Because let's be honest, there hasn't been much going on. You know what I mean? Hasn't been a whole hell of a lot going on in Major League Baseball to make it interesting. In fact, if you closed your eyes and said right now, who did the Atlanta Braves beat in the World Series? Would you know? I honestly wouldn't know right now. Houston. I'm going to say Houston because Houston probably cheated enough to get back into the World Series. All right, let's recap. Arizona State students are complete idiots. I mean, just Google it. Swear to God. It's unbelievable. Get him off our campus. He's not on your campus. Taking classes online. He killed black and brown people. Killed 3 white guys, including a couple pedophiles, or at least one pedophile. I don't know the trial. I don't know. You guys know I don't. You're smart. I'm dumb. But I do know this. I do know that if you're going to bitch, whine, and moan and try to ruin someone's life, then we damn sure had better at least tell the truth or have a little bit of a truth in what's going on. I mean, son of a biscuit maker. Idiots, morons. How'd they get Arizona State? Raise your academic level. Michigan State, raise your academic level. Last night, Miles Bridges dunked the ball. And because I said when Miles Bridges was like a junior in college that he had no game, every time Miles Bridges dunks the ball, everybody loses their mind. Dakich said he had no game. I didn't say he couldn't dunk. Some guy told me to get Miles Bridges' jock out of my mouth today. He said, get Miles Bridges' jock out of your mouth. Now, I don't know if that's a Sparty thing. I don't know if that's a Sparty male, female. I don't know what it is. But I know this. It ain't a Dakich thing. And, of course, the little slap deleted it. But why do guys always want to do one of three things? I'm supposed to eat a you-know-what. I'm supposed to get someone's you-know-what's out of my mouth. And I am supposed to, I guess, get someone's jock out of my mouth now. Never been my thing. Sparty, males, if that's your thing, I don't blame you. But how about we raise the academic standards around this world? Till we get some students. How about we ask students before we let them in, are you an idiot? And then wait for the answer. Hey, look, are you an idiot? Well, no. Well, have you ever had a rally where you just lie? Well, yeah. Well, you're an idiot. I mean, isn't that right? Hey, I appreciate all you guys hanging in. I do. We got some technical things going on. Apparently, my internet stinks, but I got a monster for you today. I got an absolute monster. Bobby Carpenter is going to join us. Archie Shea is going to join us. It's magnificent. Stay right here. We'll be right back. We're trying to get this fixed. I'm trying to flip all kind of switches. I'm trying to get the damn the gerbil to run fast. Support Frank Reich. He's so pathetic that every single football blogger, writer feels the need to defend him. Please support Frank Reich. Wear your Colts stuff. I stand with Frank.